We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
We discussed our first case when the line of sight is horizontal and staff is held vertically. Now this is another case when the line of sight is inclined and staff held vertically. There are 2 cases in this case. The first one is angle of elevation and the second one is angle of depression. So angle of elevation means when our staff station is held at higher elevation from our instrument station, that is, then our line of sight's angle will be at elevation. That's why this is known as angle of elevation. So in this case, there are different, let's see first the different terminologies. Let's see first the capital L. What is capital L? Capital L is nothing but the length of line of sight. What is capital D? Capital D is the distance between instrument station and staff station. What is capital V? Then capital V is the vertical distance between line of sight horizontal and line of sight inclined. Capital C and B are the stadia readings corresponding to the wires. As we are seeing here, that our staff held vertically, that's why it is not perpendicular to the line of sight. So we have to draw a line A dash B dash which is passing through point C and which is the perpendicular from the line of sight OC. Now angle A dash C is equal to 19 degree plus beta by 2 being the exterior angle of angle COA dash. Similarly, from triangle COB dash, angle OB dash C is equal to angle BB dash C is equal to 19 degree minus beta by 2. Since the beta by 2 is very small, its a value being equal to 17 degree 11 minute for m is equal to 100. The angle AA dash C and BB dash C may be approximately taken equal to the 19 degree. This angle AA dash C and BB dash C is taken as a 19 degree. So from the angle AC dash, we can write that A dash C is equal to AC cos theta. As well, we can also write that A dash B dash is making angle theta with AB line. That's why A dash B dash is equal to AB cos theta. And AB, we can write that AB is equal to staff intercept. That's why A dash B dash is equal to S cos theta. We will use this equation in further derivation. Since the line A dash B dash is directly perpendicular to the line of sight OC, that's why we can directly write the equation D is equal to MS plus C. So in this equation, M is a multiplying constant and S is the staff readings. So for A dash B dash, we can write that AB cos theta and AB is a staff intercept. That's why we can write that MS cos theta plus C. The horizontal distance capital D is equal to L cos theta because capital D is making the angle of theta with a line of sight inclined. That's why we can write that D is equal to L cos theta. Now putting the value of L, we will get D is equal to MS cos square theta plus C cos theta. This is our first equation for horizontal distance when the line of sight is inclined and staff is held vertically. Now, vertical distance formula V is equal to L sine theta. We have the value of L as in equation B. Putting this value in this equation, we will get V is equal to ms sine 2 theta divided by 2 plus C sine theta. This both the equation number 1 and equation number 2, both are the equation for horizontal and vertical distances when the line of sight is inclined and staff is held vertically. Now the third equation that we need to derive is to find out the RL of Q. The reduced level of Q can be determined by reduced level of point P plus HI plus vertical distance V minus small h, where small h is the reading of central hair. There is only difference that our instrument station is fitted from the higher elevation of staff station, and thus both the equation for elevation and distance will be similar, and to determine the reduced level of point Q, we can write that RL of line of sight minus V minus H. So we can say that RL of staff station in either elevation or depression, we can write that RL of HI plus or minus V minus H, where positive sign is used when the angle of elevation and negative sign is used for the angle of depression. Now moving on the movable hair method. In this method, staff intercept S is kept constant and stadia interval I is variable. The theodolite is provided with a special type of diaphragm and it is known as substance theodolite. The diaphragm consists of a central wire fixed with the axis of telescope. The upper and lower stadia wires can be moved by micrometer screws in vertical plane. The distance by which stadia wires are moved is measured according to the number of turns of the micrometer screws. Full turn of micrometer screws can be read on graduated scale and less than full turn is read on graduated drum of the micrometer screw placed one above and one below the eyepiece. Total distance is sum of the micrometer readings. If distance between instrument and staff station is less than 200 meter, then ordinary leveling staff can be used. But if the distance is more than 200 meter, then leveling staff with two targets is used. The third target is fixed midway between two targets. For taking observation, middle target is first bisected by the central rail, then the micrometer screws are turned to move stadia wires until upper and lower targets are bisected. At this time, readings are taken. So let's derive the distance formula when the line of sight is horizontal. The distance formula is as similar that D is equal to ms plus C and is applicable for movable hair method, in which all the terms on right hand side are constant except I, which is I is stadia intercept. So multiplying constant SF and additive constant F plus D. If the M is total number of revolution of micrometer screw of pitch P for a staff intercept, then I is equal to M multiplied by P. Substituting the value of I in the tachyometric equation, we will get D is equal to Km multiplied by S plus C. If the E is in the index error, then we will get D is equal to this equation. And when the line of sight is inclined, we will have the equation for the distance and for the vertical distance, where D is the horizontal distance and V is the vertical distance. Now we already discussed what is the tangential method. So let's see what are the different cases for derivation of formula in tangential methods. Before that, we will see the basic theory of tangential method. Tangential method is used when the theodolite does not carry stadia diaphragm and used when distance between instrument and staff station are too long that it is not possible to read the staff. Staff having two targets at known distance S, which will be 2 or 3 meter. Vertical angles theta 1 and theta 2 are measured by sighting the two targets with theodolite. Value of horizontal distance d and vertical intercept v calculated from the staff intercept theta 1 and theta 2. So there are three cases in tangential method. The first case is when both the angles of targets are angle of elevation. What is angle of elevation? That we already discussed. So let's see the terminology. Let's see the terminology, which is quite similar to above methods, where P is instrument station, O is instrument axis, where P is instrument station, O is instrument axis, Q is staff station, V is vertical distance between lower band and axis of instrument, S is distance between the targets, theta 1 is vertical angle made by lower target, and theta 2 is vertical angle made by upper target. Small h is height of lower band above the staff station. So as we are seeing here the one triangle, from this triangle we can write that V is equal to d tan theta 1. Right, this is a d and theta 1 is the angle made from this small triangle. So we can write that V is equal to d tan theta 1. As well, we can write for this bigger triangle that V plus S is equal to d tan theta 2. From both the equations, we will derive the equation for horizontal distance, which is equal to S divided by tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1. As well, we can derive the equation of V is equal to S tan theta 1 divided by tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1. So this is the case 1. After deriving the formulas for horizontal and vertical distance, we have to find out the reduced level of staff. So reduced level of staff can be determined by reduced level of P plus HI plus V minus H, which is quite similar as movable hair method. So case number 2, when the both, as we discussed in this video previously, we have to theta 1 and theta 2. So let's see first the theta 1. From this triangle, what we can write? As we discussed previously in this video, we have to see the tan rule in theta 1 and theta 2 triangles. So let's take the first theta 1 triangle. We can write that V is equal to d tan theta 1, and for theta 2 we can see that we write V minus S is equal to d tan theta 2. Putting the both values of equation 1 into equation 2, we will get the distance formula, that is the d is equal to S divided by tan theta 1 minus tan theta 2, as well as we will find out the vertical formula, as well as we can find out the we can derive the formula for vertical distances, which is V is equal to S tan theta 1 divided by tan theta 1 minus tan theta 2. And therefore, the reduced level of point Q is equal to reduced level of P plus HI minus V minus H. The formula is the same as this formula is same as we have derived for movable hair method. Now let's discuss the another case in tangential method, that is the case number 3, when one angle is the angle of elevation and the one angle is the angle of depression. As we are seeing here that theta 1 is the angle of depression and theta 2 is the angle of, let's apply the rule of tan in theta 1. So we can write that V is equal to d tan theta 1, and for theta 2 we can write that S minus V is equal to d tan theta 2. From equation we can derive the formula for horizontal distance and formula for vertical distance, as well as reduced level of Q. There are some disadvantages of this method. The first one is two vertical angles are needed to be observed to find out the distance and requires more time to survey. Very tedious method. Instruments may get disturbed during the survey. There are various errors which may occur during the tachyometry survey. Here there are the various errors we will discuss here. We will discuss these all errors here. The first error is instrumental error, which is error due to the imperfect adjustment of instrument. The second one is graduation of staff or stadia rod, not uniform. The third one is error in the value of multiplying or additive constant. The second error is personal error. Personal error means error due to the imperfect centering and leveling. Error due to the staff of rod is not held vertically. Error due to incorrect estimation of staff intercept, and error due to incorrect reading of vertical angle. The third part of error is natural cause of error, which means error due to different densities of air strata due to temperature change, which creates refraction. To avoid this, surveying should be done in morning and evening time during low temperature. Due to heat of sun, expansion of parts of tachometer, which affects staff reading. To avoid this error, instruments should be placed under shade of tree or protected by an umbrella. Due to high wind, instrument and staff not remain stable. To avoid this error, do not work in high wind. Due to glare of light coming from wrong direction or due to insufficient light, poor visibility occurs. To avoid this error, instruments should be placed so that sunlight does not reflect from object glass. To avoid this error, instruments should be placed so that sunlight does not reflect from object glass or stop work in case of poor light. Precisions in tachyometry. Errors in a single horizontal distance should be within 1 in 500 and in single vertical distance should not exceed 0.1 meter. In open traverse, average error in the horizontal distance may vary from 1 in 600 to 1 in 850. In closed traverse, permissible error of closure in elevation may vary from 0.08 root of d to 0.25 root of d meter, where d is equal to distance in kilometer. In closed traverse, permissible closing error should not exceed 0.055 of P, wherever P is perimeter of studying various methods used in tachyometric survey, various errors and various precision in tachyometric survey. Let's see the another topic, that is the determination of constant K and C, which is the multiplying constant. Multiplying constant sometimes denoted by K or sometimes denoted by M, while the editing constant is denoted by C. And both of these are computed from these two methods, where the first method, the additive constant C is measured from the instrument and the multiplying constant M is computed from field observations. So this is the procedure. Let's see step number 1. Step number 1 is focus the instrument to an object and measure along the telescope the distance between the objective and crosshairs. Step number 2, from the formula of length, we will have 1 divided by f is equal to 1 divided by f1 plus 1 divided by f2. The next step is the distance small d between the instrument axis and the object length is variable. In the case of external focusing telescope, being greater for short sights and smaller for long sights, it should therefore be measured for average sight. Thus, the additive constant is known. To calculate the multiplying constant m or k, measure a non-distance d1 and take the intercept s1 on the staff kept at that point, the line of sight being horizontal. Using the equation of d is equal to ms plus c, we will get the multiplying constant. For average value, staff intercept S2, S3 can be measured corresponding to the D2 and D3, and mean value and mean value can be calculated. Now let's see the second method. In this method, both the constants are determined from the field observation as under. Measure a line about 200 meters long on fairly level ground and drive peg at some interval, say 50 meters. Keep the staff on pegs and observe the corresponding staff intercept with horizontal line of sight. Knowing the values of capital D and S for different points, a number of simultaneously equation. Knowing the values of D and S for different points, various equations can be formed by substituting the values of D and S in our equation. D is equal to ms plus T. And thus, there are two equations and two unknowns. We will get both the unknowns by these two equations as shown in here. The substance bar. Substance bar is graduated bar of fixed length mounted horizontally on a tripod stand. The bar is centrally supported on a leveling head and is fitted with a sighting device at the center. At its end, there are targets and these are at fixed distance apart. The bar can rotate about vertical axis in a horizontal plane. It can be fixed at any position using a clamping and its a tangent screw. It is used to measure horizontal distance and difference in elevation indirectly where the terrain is rough and requirement of accuracy is not high. Now let's derive the equation for horizontal distance and vertical distance for substance bar. Now let's derive the formula for horizontal distance and vertical distance in substance bar. So this figure shows a schematic diagram of substance bar having a center of C and with two targets, capital A and capital B. Let the distance between two targets will be small s and the theodolite is set up at point O. The bar is kept perpendicular to the line of sight OC by means of sighting device at the center of bar. The horizontal angle between the two targets at the end of bar is measured. Let it will be the theta. The horizontal distance capital D is equal to OC. And this OC, we can get this OC by applying tan rule in theta by 2 triangle. That's why we will get OC is equal to S by 2 divided by tan theta by 2, which is equal to S by 2 cot theta by 2. If the vertical angle of center of substance bar is beta, then the difference in elevation between the center of bar and the center of telescope is V is equal to D tan beta. After the completion of field work, distance and elevation of points found by formulas, it is time consuming and lengthy process of calculation. The number of observations are more. To avoid calculations and achieve speed in reducing of reading, following methods are adapted. There are two methods. First one is tachyometric table and second one is reduction diagram. What is the tachyometric table? These are the tables which are prepared for 1 meter staff intercept on staff held vertically and value of multiplying constant K is equal to 100 and additive constant C is equal to 0. Tables are available in market in different forms. For the different values of vertical angle, considering staff intercept as is equal to 1 meter, values of horizontal distance and vertical distance are given in the table. The second one is reduction diagram. Reduction diagram is a graphically constructed scale which is used to measure the correction for horizontal distance and vertical components separate diagram for horizontal and vertical distance, and there are various forms of diagrams are available. So these are the examples that you have to study, and after properly studying, you have to find out various horizontal distance, vertical distance, difference between staff station and instrument stations,